Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to VARTA. With the first auto client and the cooperation with Continental, which we announced yesterday, we open a new growth window for VARTA. And let me now show you where we report that future revenue growth in our segments. It is just in the middle here named as lithium-ion large cells and part of the lithium-ion solutions and microbatteries business. This business currently covers 64% of our revenues, and it covers as well the microbattery segment where we produce primary and rechargeable batteries for hearing aids, followed by the CoinPower cells where we equip TWS, which gives you the freedom to use your TWS without a cable. Large cells I already covered, so that is the home here. This is the home for the e-mobility in the future. Lithium-ion battery packs, that is where, for example, we equip our client Miele for their vacuum cleaner, no more using a cable. So it's a cable-free device. It's a vacuum cleaner equipped with battery packs manufactured by VARTA. Household batteries stands for 36% of our revenues, dominated by the consumer business. And this is a AA, AAA battery, battery type, which is very, very common. You use that at your home. Energy storage systems bridges the time between the production through your PV systems on the roof of your home, and then the usage of that energy which is stored over the daylight using over the night. So what is coming from the first half year? All over, it's a robust start within the first half of that year. Lithium-ion solutions and microbatteries as well solid. CoinPower, that is the area where we equip TWS batteries, started well in Q2. They start to stock unfinished and finished goods for the ramp up in the second half year, where we have an existing large client which is using our batteries for a new product. Household batteries, as always, cash flow strong and significant earnings improvement. So on a snapshot, you see the revenue, I would say a moderate growth, all organic, 1.8%, half year by half year, and a significant increase in adjusted EBITDA. As announced, we always said that it will be a modest growth for this year, and it will be much stronger from the EBITDA development. We paid out 100 million, first time 2.48 euros per share, and that is as well done in the second quarter. So what to expect from the future? If you read that chart from the bottom to the top, then you see alkaline battery manufacturer. We are clearly number one in Europe. That is a consumer business. It's a AA, AAA business. That's done. Market leader in hearing aid batteries. Continuously, we are globally the number one with primary cells, which are non-rechargeable and rechargeable batteries as well. And then I would say the two speedboats are kicking in. That is the innovation and market leader approach in CoinPower and the leader in high power lithium-ion round cells, which could be equipped as well for the e-mobility. Let me touch both. Starting with the V4 drive, that is the 21700. 21700 is more technological name. V4 drive, that is the battery name from now on. It could be equipped in cars. You see that as a first example. In power packs, it could be for aviation as well use. It's a high power cell. What we mean with high power cell, which we'll cover that in a second. But when you look into the history where we came from, we started in 2020 getting 300 million subsidy from the German federal and state government. In 2021, there was a proof of concept that we started to build up the pilot production line. It's now up and running to bring in output for testing purpose. So potential client get enough cells for testing. And the first client signed a contract with us and bringing us 2023, 2024 first revenues as expected. So what is our cell doing different to all the others? It's a high power cell. So the high power cell means that not for long distance, but it's rapidly charging and discharging. Rapidly means in 6 minutes from 0 to 100%. And by doing that, there is not much heat generating through that process. You see that as an illustration on your right-hand side. A traditional cell heats up it's getting warm. Our cell only heats up by 35 degrees, and you can touch it. There is no danger, you can touch it with your hands. And this is a big advantage because you can pack them closer to each other. And our battery as well, I would say, reacts very robust on heat, outside heat coming to that cell, or low temperature during the winter times. Is that something new for us? Well, not really. From the production process, you see many production steps are similar to CoinPower, and we are an expert in producing CoinPower cells. If you look from the left to the right, the coating, that is where the anode and the cathode are produced at the same process. So we profit from our knowledge gained through the CoinPower development. Winding, it's somewhat similar. Truly, that cell is larger, but the pure process by the winding, it's just identical. And then something comes different. You know that this from the cell assembly. True, that cell is much larger, so it must be different. But the formation, again, it's the same process. So covering with one slide, the cooperation with Continental, you see a lovely use case in a two-wheeler. So we moved from a four-wheeler to a two-wheeler, and we equipped the cycle with a battery pack, which will give that product a range of 50 kilometers. If you have two, it's 100 kilometers. It is 10 kilowatts power. So you really can speed up and have a lot of fun. So, and that is something we started yesterday as a cooperation. And it's, I would say, a perfect use case, how flexible VARTA is, I would say, to make our technology really making profitable and powerful development. With that, I would like to go to the CoinPower. CoinPower, two areas. First one, the TWS, it's in the left-hand side with one product, and then the right-hand side, the hearing aid batteries. Just shortly giving you a reminder, currently we have a capacity of 200 million. We could go for much more, and we now are ready to go for, I would say theoretically, for 400 million production capacity relatively quickly. How are we doing that? We are just finishing a new production site. You see that here in front of you. And at the back, you see the existing production lines where we produce the TWS batteries. And this new production site, it's a double floor, 15,000 square meters, super modern production hall. This gives us enough space to more than double our production capacity. So what are the key takeaways from the first 6 months? First, 2021 is a transition year for us. We always said since mid of November last year, we expect high single-digit growth in revenue, so around 8 to 9%, and 30% margin, which is up to 2.5 percentage points. Powerful initiatives and growth drivers are on its way. We discussed that. Early stage, we could sign a contract with a prominent car manufacturer. Yesterday, we published a cooperation with Continental. You see there are many different use cases for our new power cell. So besides the short-term view, it is fair to say there's more to come, and I'm happy to update you on the next time. Thank you very much.
Hi there, since you watched this company video until the end, I'm guessing you liked the video. And that's probably because we work very hard to create the most engaging and added value content for you. If you're a company and want to find out how we, at Seat11A, can make a company video with and about you, please email us at content@seat11a.com.